Hi, I'm Linda. Welcome to Barlates Body Blitz Outer Thigh Loop Extreme. For today's workout, all you will need is an exercise mat and a resistance loop. I'm using a heavy loop, so it's quite a tight one, but you can decide how heavy you want to go. We're going to get straight into it. If you don't have a loop, you can tie a Pilates band in a knot and use that, or you can just use some ankle weights or nothing at all. It'll still be effective. I want you to put the loop just above your knees so that you've got good mobility there. Then I want you to sink down, hold your tummy in, and we're just going to start by stepping side to side. So your back is nice and flat, your tummy's in, your shoulders are relaxed, and you need to take big steps in order to start feeling the outer thighs engaging. The bigger your step, the more you're going to feel the loop. Side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go out and once with the leg across and out. All the way across, and then point your toe and reach out so that your leg straightens. Stay low in those thighs. We're really heating up your glutes and your outer thighs and your hips, everything in the lower body, getting them nice and warm. In and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just coming to the center, get down quite low and start to push your knees back. So you want to stay low, you can hinge forward slightly at the hips and just start pushing back. So you need to keep your legs apart a little bit. Your knees are not touching and you're focusing on pushing out as wide as you can so you feel it here on the outer thigh. Keep going. Push and push. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to stay low, extend one leg, and we're just going to go tap and up, up. Try to straighten out that leg and tap that toe, keeping the knee facing the front. Keep this leg bent and a nice wide stance. If you need to hold on, you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to do a rainbow to the front and the back of your mat. Keeping that leg straight the whole time. Front and back. These are all just the gentle warm-up exercises. It's when we get down to the mat that we're really going to start working. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come back into that center, toe out, and now start tapping up and down with the other leg. So keep your tummy in, your shoulders relaxed, away from your ears, and just tap, tap. You need to be feeling this in the outer thigh. If you're finding that your loop is just not tight enough, you can even add some ankle weights or get a tighter loop, heavier resistance loop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that rainbow, front, back, front, back. Sink low into this leg. Should be feeling the glutes in the supporting leg as well. Back, front, back. Keep that leg straight. This is the last little bit standing, then we're hitting the mat. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, we're coming down to the mat. And we're going to start off lying down with our legs up in the air. We're starting with the loop where it is, and we're just going to go out and in. Now, because being on the thighs, it's slightly easier than when you have it around the ankles, I need you to go wide with those legs. I want those legs to come out really wide and then only come back together, not even as wide as your hips. So keep your hands here by your hips so you know where they would be, and don't let your knees come in closer than that. Just go out and out. out and out. This is easy. We're just heating everything up. Breathe through it, tummy's in. Keep your legs really straight, point those toes, and keep going. We need to do lots of reps here to start feeling that heat. Out and out, out and out. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Now angle your legs so that one is on top. And you can still lie down, and I want you to draw a circle with the top leg on this angle. The other one is off the ground, so you're not resting it down, and you're just drawing a really big circle, trying to keep your knees pointed at 45 degrees. Keep rotating. Your tummy's in, your shoulders are down, both shoulders are down, so you need to find the right position for you that you can pull this off without it being too awkward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to swing to the other side. So again, your knees are at 45 degrees. Your shoulders are both down, so you can see both my shoulders are flat, and I am just rotating that top leg, maintaining a really wide space in between those legs, and the bottom leg is straight, it's pointed, and it's hovering. Don't let it rest. By hovering, you're engaging your inner thigh as well as the outer thigh. So make sure you utilize that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come back to center. I want you to now put the loop around your ankles instead of your thighs. Then pick your legs up and push them apart and straighten, lock those legs. I don't want your legs directly over your hips. I want them slightly in front and just start pulsing out. So you will notice straight away this is tougher than when we had it around our thighs. I want you to once again think about keeping your legs out so they never get as close as your hips. Okay, keep your hands there and see how I'm out and out, but I'm never coming in closer than where my hips would be. That's going to increase the intensity and the burn. Don't ever let your band go slack. You need to fight for that tension. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 1. Down, up, squeeze out for 3. Down, back into position, 1, 2, 3. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. As you come down, your legs are still wide. Down wide, up, 1, 2, 3. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. Down, up, push it out. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. Don't let it go slack. Keep going further and further out. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. Don't let your legs come in. Keep them out slightly at about 30 degrees away from perpendicular. 3. Down, up, 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Down, up. A few more like this, and then we're moving into a side position. Down, up. Hold your tummies in here. Go for 4. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, and last one. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Come down, and we're going to lay on our side. I want you to keep your hips stacked. You can come up here, and we're going to just rotate that leg. Okay, so this other one's just anchored, and your knees are both pointing to the front, and you're rotating, and you see how my loop is never slack. I'm staying up. There's already tension on my loop, then I'm pushing higher with that ankle. Up and up, up and up. Feeling that burn. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then do you remember those arcs we did? Front and back. I want you to do it now with the loop. And make sure you bring your leg past the mat to the point where there's always tension on the band. Your knee is never facing up to the ceiling. It's staying facing the front, and you're pointing your toe, and you're really making that wide. Keep going. The other leg is anchored into the mat, so it needs to be nice and tight all the way down your calf, all the way into your foot, pointing that toe. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the front. Now, keep your leg up and kick forward. Anchor this bottom leg. You're kicking forward. So you're keeping it high, which is engaging that outer thigh. You're never coming in far enough that you're losing that tension on the loop. You're kicking to the front, keeping your leg perfectly straight. Try to keep it high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come to the back where you were and kick to the back. This one's a little bit easier because you are using some glute, and your glute is a large muscle group. So try to keep it higher. Try to stay back further. It's by keeping that tension on the loop that you're engaging the outer thigh here. So fight for it. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Quickly put the loop around above your knees again. Make sure it's nice and flat. And we're coming back into that same side lying position. Now, this time I want your knees lined up with the front of the mat. I want you to be able to have tension as you bring your knee in and out on that same horizontal plane. So, you're going to come past and then point and align with that hip. You need to find a position for that other leg so that you feel this tension. The higher you keep this leg away from the bottom leg, the more you're going to feel it. Try to keep your foot a tiny bit higher than your knee, and then just bring it in as far as you can. See this band at the front here, as you push towards this side, that's what's going to activate that thigh. So try very, very hard to keep it up and bring it as far to the front as you can. Push, push. If you want to move that other band down a bit, that might help to increase the tension. In, lots of reps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Now we're going to put both knees on top of each other, and we're just going to raise up and down, really high. Similar to that clam exercise that I like to do, but with this one our toes aren't together. So remember, usually our toes are together and we do this, but this time we're actually leaving that leg anchored on the ground, so it really gives extra stretch to that band. Your leg has to stretch the band further in order to get up. You're trying to get up with your knee to the ceiling, as high as you can, and up. You should be starting to feel a bit of a shake there in that outer thigh glute area. Keep going. up, and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we want to keep it up high, and we're going to rotate the leg in a bend position. Keep that tension, keep the leg high, keep your hips stacked, don't slouch in the shoulder, and you're rotating. This one burns, but it's okay, we can do this. Don't worry if it shakes, don't worry if you can't draw that perfect circle. I know it's tough, but you're tougher, so keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just hold it up here, extend and bend. Last thing, hold it, stack your hips, extend and bend. Kick that leg out. You're at an angle here, about 45 degrees, not directly down, not directly in that L, but at about 45. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was sore, but that's okay. This is how we get stronger. Just cross that for a second. We're going to stretch that out and we're going to move to the other side. Deep breaths. Just pull that knee in close. Nice job. Now, remember we started with the band around our ankles, so that's how we're going to start again. And we're going to lie down with our shoulders over our elbow. Our legs are out and our hips are stacked. So remember, you need to keep your hips stacked, your knees stacked. You're going to bring your leg up and just start pulsing up. So your leg is long, your toe is pointed. You're engaging every muscle in your thigh, and you're just pulsing up. Deep breaths in. The bottom leg is anchored, so really tight. Lengthen it out and squeeze every muscle in that thigh to keep it anchored. Push your foot into the mat so that you have maximum leverage there to pull up on. Really feeling that. Your leg does have to stay high so as to not lose tension on that loop. So because this was the anchoring leg on the other side, it's really feeling it already. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now remember that forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. So check your loop. Are you losing tension in the loop at any stage during this exercise? You shouldn't be. You should be lifting high enough to maintain the tension and putting your leg far enough in front and behind the mat for there always to be tension. It's okay if your body moves a little bit with this, as long as your knees stay to the front. And you keep breathing, oxygen to the muscles, front and back, front and back. You can do this. We survived the other side. We know we can do this. A little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay in front and remember we're going to kick forward. So you're keeping your leg up. You're keeping it at approximately 45 degrees so that there's always tension on the loop even when you're on the in. Then you're kicking forward. Really feeling that. Keep going. The higher your leg, the harder this is. So I understand if it needs to be low like mine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now to the back and push back. So here you're getting a bit of help from that glute. which means it's not quite as painful, but it's bad enough, right? Keep going. Really anchor this bottom leg. It's going to help you. Push out of the shoulders, don't slouch. Tummy's in. Nice proud chest. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch. Now quickly sit up and put the loop around the top of your legs again. Okay, so back into position. This time I want your knees lined up with the front of your mat and your legs are quite wide so that when you come in and out, you've got enough tension there. So start by bringing that knee in all the way to the chest. And if you want to straighten your leg more on the bottom there, you can, to increase the tension. Make sure you're nice and tall in your shoulders, not slouching. The higher you keep your leg, remember, the harder this is. So keep it up. Bring it all the way in. Squeeze. Think about squeezing every single muscle in that leg in order to activate it more. Stretch it out. Straighten behind the knee on the out. Keep going. Push. Make sure your hips are still stacked here. They're on top of each other. You're not turning out to the ceiling. And just push that in and out. As far in as possible and as high as possible. Keep going. A few more like this. Just breathe through it. What you're feeling in there, that's what's changing the muscle. That burn, that's what's sculpting and shaping. So you need to work with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the other leg in slightly at about 45 degrees and we're just going up and down. Really full range of motion here. Up to the ceiling with that knee. I know it's hard, but you can do this. It's all the way up. Squeeze that glute to get your leg higher. Up. Up. If you're feeling this too much in your shoulders, you can lie all the way down and just put your head in your hands. Up. All the way. Keep going. Should be feeling quivering in those glutes. High. A few more like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep it up and remember those circles. I know they're tough. Just circle it. See how my band does not go slack? I'm keeping my leg up. I'm trying to keep my thighs above each other and pulling up slightly at the top there. Really fighting for these last few reps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up and kick that leg out. Can you do it? Breathe. Keep it up. Don't drop it now. This is the last exercise in this position. Keep going. Keep it up. No slack in the band. Kneecap is facing the front. Don't turn your kneecap up to the ceiling. You're just in line with that other thigh. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch. Okay, come up, deep breath, bring that in and just hug that knee in, stretching it out for a second. We've got one more little section to go, but give that a bit of a break. Now, the next section, we're going to be using both legs equally. So, because we just work this side, it's going to feel it more. Next time you do this workout, start with the other leg so that you even it out throughout the week. Okay. Right. We're going back down, lying down, keeping the loop where it is, and we're keeping our legs bent. So at the moment, I want your feet in line with your hips, so they're not out further, not in too far. In line with the hips, but so that there is some tension. So if your loop is really slack and you have to come a bit wider than your hips, you can do that. So come down and just start bringing your hips up and down, breathing out, really making a very straight line from your knees all the way to your hip bones, and just squeezing those glutes. Your knees need to stay out so that you feel the tension on the outer thighs as well as when you squeeze up with those glutes. I really want you to focus now on perfect form. That's why we're going slow here. And I want you to keep your knees out. Keep tension there all the time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay up and bring your knees out. So remember, we did this standing before to warm up. Keep your feet where they are and just push your knees out and out, out and out. Keep your hips high, out and out. Don't come in too far. You want to keep the tension the whole time. Out and out. Keep going. Doing a few more like this, and then we're going to combine the two movements. We're going to go down, up, out, in, down, up, out, in. But first we need to just burn this out here a bit more. Are you squeezing your glutes? Are you high? Is there a straight line from your hips to your knees? Are you going wide enough that you really feel this? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's down, up, out, in. Down, up, out, in. So, out, in. I want the in just to be a tiny in. I want the out to be a big out. Down, up, out, in. Down, squeeze the glutes, out, in. Keep breathing. Out, in. Down, up, out, in. Keep going. These are very simple bridge exercises. You would have done these before, but this is going to finish off sculpting those outer thighs and glutes. So you need to keep your form perfect here and just do the reps. Breathe through it and keep going. Don't allow yourself to stop early. The last few reps is what really counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down for a second. Now I want your legs to touch the sides of your mat. They're further away from your glutes. You're going to come up on your heels, so you've got a further stance, but your legs are wide. They're wider than your hips. You're coming up and down, yes. That burns bad, but we can do it. This is the last little series. Okay, we just need to do what we did before. So make sure that you give it your all. Can you come outside your mat? Wider than the mat. Can you? Do it. Up, up. By flexing your feet up, you're going to engage some hamstring as well. So that's a bonus. Up and up. We're going to do a shorter set. So just go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up. I'm just going to put my feet back on the mat because they're sliding. Out and out. Out and out. So check your angles. Are your glutes high and squeezed? Are your feet flexed hard? Are your legs wide? At least as wide as the mat, and pushing out from there. So from the side, your knees, as you're pulling out on that band, should be going past the side of your mat. Keep them out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guessed it, it's down, up, out, in a tiny bit, out a lot, in a tiny bit, out, in, out, in. You're nearly done. Nearly made it. You just have to keep going until I say, okay? So just don't stop. Do not give yourself permission to stop. I have said you must keep going, and therefore just tell yourself, Linda has said, I must keep going. Keep going. Ow! My feet are sliding a bit, but that's okay. I'm not going to give up. Take deep breaths. You can actually stay here a while. This is not that bad. This one is doable. Okay. I'll start counting down in a minute. This one's not hurting me that much, so I can just kind of keep going here. But I'll stop for your sake. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Just hold it up. Hold it up, up, up. Separate those legs, squeeze your butt, pull out on the band, nice and high. Deep breath. Hold it. Tummy in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down slowly. Bring your knees in. You did it. That was it. Remove your loop. See, it wasn't that bad, was it? Figure 4. Push away on your knee and bring the other leg close in. Stretch that out. Stretch it. Really need to stretch out that outer thigh now. Bring that other leg at a higher angle. Push out on the knee and pull the foot towards you. That feels good. And because we did work the hamstring a bit, just rotate the knee towards you. Point and flex. Stretch out the back of the leg. And we did work the inner thigh just a little bit, so just bring that leg out to the side. If you want, you can straighten the other leg. Whatever you need to do to feel the stretch on the inner thigh there. And then just bring the leg across the body, just slightly, and pull towards your shoulder and away. But keep your shoulders down. Don't rotate over here. I want your back flat and just pull. Nice job. Then put that down, and we're doing figure 4 on the other side. So bring that leg up and then push away on this knee. Take nice deep breaths here. Keep every breath, keep pulling in slightly more. So as you breathe out and pull in. Pull in a bit more and push away a bit more. Now put this other leg down, just pick up that foot, push away on the knee and increase the angle there. Pull the foot in closer towards you. And then just straighten that leg, point and flex, stretching through the hamstring. And then just bring it out to the side and drop it down to stretch your inner thigh. That feels wonderful. And then bring it across the body. You can straighten the bottom leg and just pull towards your shoulder and across, but keep both your shoulders anchored. Nice job. And then just roll it up. And we're just going to sit cross-legged, but with one foot on top of the other. And then just hinge forward at the waist. And then just the foot that's on top, that leg, reach away. And then switch which foot is on top and hinge forward. And then walk your hands away and come down. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for outer thigh loop extreme. I hope you felt the burn. Maybe team it with my inner thigh loop extreme for a total lower body challenge. And I'll see you the next time.